What's up, party people? It's your favorite person, Karma's Crazy, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of Am I the Asshole? We're going to be deciding if they are the asshole or not, and we are the jurisdiction over their lives, which means we are their god. Am I the asshole for not telling my girlfriend that my parents are gay? I'm 25 male. I have two parents. My birth dad, John, who's 48 male, and my other dad, Dwayne, who's 45 male. I don't know why you mentioned that they're both male if you mentioned that they were gay. I'm pretty sure we could have got that from the first dad part. I call my birth dad John, Dad, and I call my other dad, Dwayne, Pops. My birth dad was married to my mom for a few years, then she left my dad, and yeah, they ended up divorcing, and now she's somewhere in California. I don't know where or what she's doing. Haven't talked to her in ages. Oh, so you do have a mother. So Dad and Pops, I'm super close with. They're the best parents any child could ask for. I love both of them, and they've always been with me. My dad introduced me to Pops when I was a little boy, and they had told me they were in a relationship, and I was all for it because I had saw my dad become lonely sad when he was single. So seeing the fact that my dad loves someone and has a life partner made me super happy. Pops and Dad got married, and we've been living an amazing life. I'm probably more close to Pops than my own dad, haha. Okay. Due to the fact that Pops is really cool and he's laid back, I love both of them equally and they love me as well, and I'm blessed to have them as parents. For a few months, I've been dating this girl who's my age. I thought she's pretty cute and I liked her, so we kicked it, and recently she told me, my parents want to meet your parents and want to come over for dinner. I said sure, I'll tell my family. So yesterday, Friday night, Bella comes in. I'm guessing that's his girlfriend. Pops greets her and says, come on in, sweetheart, dinner is ready. She says, you must be blank, Dad, so good to meet you. And she shakes his hand and she sees Dad come out of the kitchen. He's holding the mac and cheese tray with the mittens and is putting it on the table. And Bella says, who is he? I said, oh, that's my dad. And she said, I thought he's your dad. She's referring to Pops. I said, yeah, that's my Pops, and that's my dad. She pulls me to the side and said, I didn't know your parents are gay. Oh my god, why didn't you tell me? I genuinely didn't know why that'd be an issue or so, because you're dating me, not my parents and all, so it shouldn't matter, but I guess it's a concern for her. Her parents come at the door after they parked, and Bella tells her parents, let's leave, and they left. I told my parents I'm sorry, and they said, son, don't worry, this is nothing new. And then we all sat down and enjoyed dinner and went to sleep. So am I the asshole for not telling? No, I think she's more the asshole for not, for just being like, oh my god, they're gay? I have to leave immediately, because that's kind of fucked up. I don't know. Yeah, that's just pretty fucked up. Also, a comment I saw down here that I thought was pretty interesting is, did she ever tell you her parents were straight? Like, yeah, it shouldn't be a concern to be like, oh yeah, my parents are gay and this is important for you to know for some reason. It's not. So, I get it. You're not the asshole at all, and I'm the moral authority on this. I've decided. So yeah, not the asshole. Stamp of approval. Am I the asshole for telling my little stepsister I didn't make any vows to her? Okay, let's get into this one, because I don't know what the fuck that means. My dad got remarried when I, 16 female, was 9. My stepsister, 9 female, was 2 at the time. My mom died and her dad bailed on her when she was pregnant with her, and was never in her life and never paid child support or anything. When my dad and his wife married, they wanted to do a family unity ceremony, which meant me and my stepsister would be standing there while vows were made to us, and then, as the kid who could speak, I could make a vow to always be there for her, to love her, and to be her big sister. I passed on that. My dad was upset. His wife was even more upset because she wanted the video to show her daughter one day of me making those vows to her and holding her. The ceremony happened. They made the vows to us while I was sitting, and she was being held by her mom, but I didn't make any vows. There was been an expectation set that even though I didn't say the vow, that I would be the big sister my dad's wife wanted for her daughter. The vows she wrote for me saying things like, I'll always do your hair when you ask, have makeovers whenever possible, take you to the park, play dolls, and climb trees with you, snuggle on the couch, and always make space for you in my bed, and that's not even the whole list of what she promised from me. But she did expect that stuff and was disappointed when I didn't. Dad pushed sometimes, but not all the time, which I get since he probably did want more cohesion from us, and for me to make an effort to try and love her and be a sister for her. Around the age of 5, my stepsister started to become a bit more demanding with that stuff, thanks to her mom and my dad a bit. She'd always want me to take her to places, or always want to tag along with me, was always coming into my room, etc. It got annoying. And when I would play with her or watch a movie with her, she never wanted it to end. She'd cry and whine, and her mom would try to make me keep going when I would say I needed to do my own stuff now. Dad sometimes intervened, but not always. A few nights ago, she came into my room when I was FaceTiming my aunt, and I said I needed to do her hair the way I did mine at night. She got into my laptop screen and tried to end the call. I had to do it myself, and then when I told her I wasn't doing it for her, after that, she said I made vows to be her sister and was being mean by not. I told her I made no vows. She said I did, and her mom showed me them. I said her mom wrote those, and I never said them. She told me that wasn't true. I called her mom, and she told her she needed to stop lying and tell her the truth. Dad came in and told my stepson and the 3 of them they needed to talk. My stepsister was so upset by what I said, and when it was confirmed, she ran off crying to her room saying I don't love her. Dad asked me if I could console her, and I do love her, and I said I couldn't do that, so he went to comfort her. But his wife said I was an ass, should have played along to spare her daughter's feelings. So I lack a bit of empathy for any human beings, so I'm just going to be an asshole here and say that I don't really care about most other people's feelings personally, like in this situation. Sorry, I finished reading the post, I should mention that. So when I see stuff like that, it's like, oh, well, they're being annoying, so they deserved it. But let me try to feel a bit of empathy. Maybe the little girl's just upset. There's nothing wrong with what you did. You were fine. Like, the little girl was just being demanding. I have 7 siblings but only 3 that live with me, so I understand how annoying little siblings can be. And they're all, like, either brothers or half-brothers. Like, yeah, they're all brothers or half-brothers, so, like, it can get annoying. Yeah, it's just kind of... I don't think you're the asshole. You get the stamp of not an asshole. She should have been less annoying. Yeah, little fucker. So, am I the asshole for keeping my brother's life insurance? I, 40 male, lost my brother 42 male, Jay, in a car accident a few months ago. Growing up, he was the golden child. He got a full ride to a prestigious college while I had to pay my own way and eventually drop out. He went on to grad school, but I got married and settled down with my wife, 42 female, Brittany, early on. We have had financial struggles which caused us to not be able to start a family. We live paycheck to paycheck in a 1-bedroom apartment. Jay always made good money, but wasn't lucky in love. He was very picky, and while he had some longer 1 to 2 year relationships, he was looking for perfection before getting married. Okay. He finally married his wife, 40 female, Mary, in 2019. Oh, that's nice. She also made good money like Jay. She also had 2 children from a previous relationship, now 18 and 19. One is in college and the other will be starting next year. She and Jay also had twin girls about a year ago. Mary and Jay both worked and have a nanny they share with a neighbor for their girls. When they got pregnant, she sold her house where they were living and he sold his condo and that he had been renting out, and they bought a large family home together. All this to save money is not a problem for them. Like I said, Jay passed away recently in a car accident, and Mary found out that I was the beneficiary of his 401k and life insurance policy through his employer. The life insurance is $150k, but the 401k is much more substantial. Okay, well, you could have said the number, but that's fine, I guess. He set it up that way Sorry, I gotta reread that. He set it up that way years ago, before Mary was in the picture, and never changed it. Mary begged me to give her a portion of the money, but I said no. She inherited his part of their house and their joint savings account, which is about $50k. She said that she paid for his funeral, and to make it work on her income alone, she will have to sell the house, give up the nanny, put the girls in daycare, and won't be able to help her older kids with college the way they plan. I told her it's not my fault. If he wanted to change the beneficiary, he would have done that, but he didn't, so now the money is mine. My wife and I plan to use the money to buy a home and finally start a family. She says her husband's money should go to his children, but she doesn't see that me using the money to have my own children is more important. Our parents think I'm an a-hole, you could have just said asshole, because the money should go to his kids. I offered to take $50k and put it in trust for the girl's education, but they said Mary needs the money now. They said the life insurance would pay off their mortgage and the boys' college and put money away for the girl's future, and her income would cover the rest so they wouldn't have to move. But what about my family? I mean, it seems like it was a pretty substantial amount. I feel like you could have gave them like I don't know, a portion of it. Not like a whole half or anything, but maybe like a quarter of it. You could have gave them something, you know, just to help them out with their mortgage, even though they've been pretty well off. You know, you never want them to go down a path where the kids have to have less, because if the kids ever have to have less, that's just not kind of you, I guess. I mean, personally, I just keep all the money and not give a shit, you know. But, you know, if you're a kind, normal human being, you could just be like, hey, here's a little bit of money, here's a portion of it, and give it to her. You know, maybe your brother didn't think he was going to die at a car accident at the age of 42, so it just seems like it would, yeah. Also, great comment down here. Your life sucks, but there's no world in which your brother would not have wanted to take care of his wife and children. You're exploiting a lapse of attention on his part to profit from his death. That's just gross as hell. I don't think it's gross as hell. I think it's maybe a bit selfish, but you know, it may be just a bit selfish is all. So yeah, someone, and this one put, you're the asshole. I'm going to say that you are the asshole because it seems like the most agreed upon opinion, and I am a sheep that follows. But I don't think you're that much of an asshole. I think you need to rethink this a bit and definitely give her a portion of the money. It's just, yeah. I mean, you could do something with the small, like the money you have. If it's pretty significant, you could start a small business or something and then grow that money instead of, you know, so you could help out your brother's family a little more, because he definitely probably would have wanted that for his family. This one looks like it's going to be some fun. Am I the asshole refusing to punish my son? For the past 14 years, I've been happily married to a woman from the Philippines, with whom I have 2 children. Ever since I got married, my sister Julia and her husband Mike have been calling my wife a mail-order bride, sex slave, or concubine. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. For this reason, I'm generally no contact with Juliet and Mike, seeing them at family events, but tried to avoid interacting with them. My younger sister got married last week, and hold on, what the fuck is a mail order bride? Hold on. Alright, I'm back from searching. That's fucked up. My younger sister got married last week, and during the ceremony, the groom Robert was joking with Mike and Juliet about how I was a slaveholder and all that. Jesus, what the fuck? I talked to Robert later, and he admitted that he was just totally going along with it, not just passively listening to what Juliet and Mike were saying. My 11-year-old son overheard, and as you can imagine, wasn't happy to hear his father accused of enslaving his mother, so he took the figurines off the wedding cake and threw them in the toilet. He did this in front of everybody and then flipped off the bride and groom. Now everybody's asking me how I'm going to punish my son. I told him I don't intend to punish him at all. Yeah, he could have handled it better, and I advised him that next time he should just ask to leave, but I'm not going to punish him. When adults invite a child to their wedding, insult said child, and are too stupid to make sure the child isn't in earshot, they shouldn't be surprised when said child behaves childishly in response to the insult. I figured that since he's only 11, I'll let him get away with it this time. If he's still doing this stuff like this at 17, there will be major consequences. No, you're not the asshole at all. What they said was absolutely fucked up, and your son actually is pretty cool for being able to, seeing that you know, his mother was getting called awful things and was like, yeah, fuck this guy, and then flicks off, you know, the people that would dare to say that. So, but yeah, just be careful about him getting any worse. I don't think you should punish him. But someone is in the comics, yeah, not the asshole. Take him for pizza and banish your family from those. Yes. Take him out for some good pizza. He deserves it. What a good kid. Okay, well, that was fun. Time to not have fun anymore. Am I the asshole refusing to see my terminally ill father? This is a throwaway. I'll try to be as brief as possible, but I'd like your objective, impartial view on this. Yeah, I don't know you, so we'll make this objective, I guess. Some background info. I, 35 female, used to have a great relationship with my parents back in the day. I held a deep sense of love and respect towards them and my extended family. I moved away at 18 for undergrad and hid the fact that I was gay from them until I was 22. That was when I was getting serious with my then girlfriend. Excuse me, currently wife. My family disowned me and cut all ties with me back then. This is becoming a little easier to tell what I'm gonna be ranking you as. I married my wife, 36 female, and we have 2 kids together, 7 male, 5 female. I didn't hear from my family at all over the years, not when I had a tough time with work, not with any of our kids being born, not with my wife going through a residency, which was the most stressful time for us, not even with me having a very bad motor vehicle accident, nothing. My wife has been my biggest and only source of support through these years. Marrying her was the best decision of my life. My mother recently called me, told me that my father was terminally ill, and asked me to come see him on his last days, as a means to comfort him and myself as well. She told me I could bring my wife along if I wanted to. I said I really didn't want to see him, not after he ignored me, my very existence on the surface of this planet for 12 years. My mother told me my heart was made of stone because I was ignoring my dying father, and she said all kinds of things trying to convince me to get there. I have to mention, after the call, despite the rift between us, my wife helped my dad during the course of his illness by linking them to a few of her colleagues in other specialties and even her own, though she didn't give them any professional medical opinions herself. I asked my wife, and she told me she would do whatever I chose to do in the end. I feel like an asshole for saying no, but I don't know if I can handle the situation at hand. Does this make me an asshole? I don't know. Yeah, I don't honestly know. I'm going to label this, you probably are not the asshole. Probably. But, it is kind of a bit fucked up, in some people's eyes to, not visit a terminally ill person to make amends, but then again, if my dad was dying tomorrow, I wouldn't care, so... And he was a piece of shit to me, so... Not because of being gay or anything, just because, I exist, so... Yeah. I guess sucks to be your dad. It's been 12 years. Maybe you can, try it. But, I mean, whatever, man. Yeah, I should have fucking accepted a person instead of throwing them away and acting like they didn't exist. Thank you for watching, party people. Remember to like, subscribe, check out TikTok on my Linktree, my Twitch on my Linktree. I'm going to be doing a podcast episode this week, and check out everything else. Check out all the things, check them all out. I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.